Alrighty, welcome back. Okay, so we left off here, still in Riverwood. It's still well, I guess it's the morning after the initial attack at Helgen. Characters had a good 9 hours of sleep, woken up, and is like, oh man, I'd love to go shopping and get some new stuff, but damn it, there's nothing open. So, there is only one thing to do at this point, and that is to wait. Because, yeah, our character is still in her Stormcloak cuirass, which I'm going to keep mispronouncing that for the rest of my life. Most likely. But, yeah, this is not exactly the safest outfit to travel the world on. So, let's see if we can't find something a little bit more appropriate. Ooh, cabbages. 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 I know it's not stealing, but I'm not taking it. And here we go. Let's start.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that. Well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. If you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow,
So this
northeast
is your
of
plan,
town.
Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
Now, I could sell at this point and try to get rid of some stuff, but considering I don't have that much, I mean, I could sell the rough spun tunic, some of the frostbite venom. I mean, I don't have much right now because I have not been looting on purpose.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings. Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else. I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
I do like that if you take your time and actually walk, you get more conversation out of these characters. It is irritating that she's on a different speed than I am, though.
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Thank you, Camilla. So it makes sense. My character would want to change out of this outfit. As good of an armor as this is, she doesn't want to be caught out in the open in it, because she might get mistaken for a Stormcloak soldier and get killed. And Merida has not chosen a side as of yet. She's leaning Stormcloak simply because the Imperials tried to kill her. But, yeah. But in order to get better armor, or something different, she needs to earn some money. And she hasn't been looting. So at this point, she's still new to this, but I imagine an encounter like this, he's like, well, hold up, you want to have money, right? Let's skin it. And she'd be grossed out, but this is his sort of thing. He's like, no big deal. He'd make her do it, though. In case you're wondering, I am talking about, I'm playing this through with the idea of writing fan fiction of what I play through, with the idea of Sanguine as your companion throughout the entire game, simply because he is fun and shenanigans. And I wish there was a way to mod him into the game, but there isn't, so that's why fanfiction exists. So yeah, he's a little bit more down and dirty than she is. She's very much, at the moment, a little bit more holier than thou kind of attitude. Now, I always get lost up here. Always. So, hold on. We're gonna change that to being right there. Ooh. A fight with people. Oh, I don't want to get involved. But I need to get past. So just let me go. Let me go past.
Picked a bad time
Nope.
to get
You started this.
enough.
And there's nobody else around. Now this would be a deciding factor for her. Because it's one thing to skin the pelt off an animal and sell it. It's another thing to grave rob. But I could see her companion, and again, I'm going to consider that he's actually here able to interact with things. He'd be like, well, we need money for this, so I'm going to take money. Now, I'm going to start writing things down now, because this is going to come up later. She's not going to want to loot anything, but he will. He'll loot everything in sight. Mostly gold. I do stick to the fact that he will want to loot all the wine and ale and everything like that. But mostly he goes for gold and jewelry. He's not going to go for weaponry. So here we go. Gold. He's going to have 1, 2 gold. Yes, I'm keeping track of this. Because this will come up in the story later. But he wouldn't be interested in anything else, which is painful for me, because I want to loot everything. Yeah, he'd take a garnet. I am gonna write all this down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold. And see, already this is better armor than what I'm wearing. So, is this too early to take the armor? I imagine this would cause an argument. She wouldn't want to wear something that has been taken off of somebody. But, yeah, he would. I'm gonna say no. Because even though it's better, this is not the sort of thing she would do, and I don't know. I'm not sure if he would actually go for it, but money out in the open. Now that I'm considering she is willing to take because it's 29 gold sitting out in the open. She's not stealing from anybody. She's not violating a body. She's just, you know.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Ah, there is somebody. Stop it, my mouse only moves so far. So here we have our first set of heavy armor. But, yeah, she wouldn't be interested. Okay, so 3 gold. 1, 2, 3. And see, like that, he's already up 11 gold. Now, weaponry, she will look at. And while this is better, she's more of a swordsman. So I don't see her picking up a mace. Simply because, even though it's better, it's a mace. She's more about slashing. So I'm gonna say no to all of this. And this is very difficult because I want to loot everything and run back down to the trader. Because this is something I do. If I loot a location, I immediately fast travel back to the nearest store, sell everything, and then fast travel back to where I was. And just keep doing that and make my money quickly. But the idea is, how would a real person handle this, you know, who's not used to adventuring? She's not. She's being played as a normal pleb. Now this is the other thing. She will take food, but not ingredients. It's got to be something she can eat. It's like she'll take salt because she can cook with that later, but flour, not so much. So yes, take the potatoes and take the salt. But the rest of it can stay. By the way, I only have a very small area for my mouse, so if you see a little bit of jerkiness with the camera, it's because I can't move it around. Now here's one. A chest. Oh, already we get minor destruction. That would be good for breaking down on a normal playthrough. But again, not really useful now. So, 54 gold. I'm going to make a note whether or not to count this as his. So, put down 54. There we go. Actually, I am going to take that because her opinion would be he needs heavy armor because he's kind of a klutz. He's going to get hurt. And he's also carrying around a two-handed weapon, so he's going to get closer. So, she would insist on stuffing him into this, whether he liked it or not. So that's going to become a part of this, and he would be wearing that, so... As for the rest of that, though, and not so much because that's been on a dead body. Neither of them are too keen, but I spy a piece of mining equipment. Now, how I play Merida is that she's kind of been on her own for a while and has sampled many jobs in Skyrim, amongst them mining. But, go over here. I don't have a pickaxe. I keep forgetting, this is a new character. I've only just started. I don't have everything. So, unable to do anything else. I'm feeling slightly sullied from having looted everything. And again, he would want her to put that on, but again, dead body. Let's face it, if you went around killing people who attacked you, you wouldn't really want to wear their armor anyways, because I just hack and slash that guy. It's going to have blood all over it, and it's going to have damage to it. So, it makes sense from a logical standpoint. And again, don't go picking berries or anything. So here's Bleak Falls. Actually, oh, I forgot. I haven't favorited my items yet. So let's favorite those. Until an enemy is seen, I'm going to pretend that I don't know what's up here. La 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 la. I'm an innocent. I don't know what's going on. Gasp! Enemies!
Die already. Take your stuff. your coin.
Oh. I fell. You may have the high ground, but that means I can go for your kneecaps! Okay, so... Hold on. I know I have flames. Yes, I do have healing, so... Let's favorite that. I have never used this before. So... Having sustained injuries, it makes sense that a character would. Okay, so what are we gonna pick off this guy? 6 gold, so... 3, 4, 5, 6. And, grilled chicken breast, but she wouldn't want it off a dead person. She doesn't know where it's been. But yeah, again, he's wearing better armor, but she's not going to wear something off of a dead person. It has to be looted from somewhere. Now, as the story goes on, of course she'll be more willing. But for right now, not so much. So, we got 8 gold. So 6, 7, 8. So, yeah, right now he'd be up to 25 gold alone from just today. He's making bank. Meanwhile, she has made exactly zip. Because she's picking up food and medicine and other stuff. This is going to become important later on. Did I get this guy yet? No, I didn't. So here's another 11. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. And again, nothing off of a dead body for her. She's still playing her high and mighty self. So, you're getting an idea of what kind of a playthrough this is. This is not my normal playthrough. Normally, it's take everything that isn't glued down. I am the queen of loot. And I will usually have infinite levels of inventory space because of it. So, alright. Let's do a quick save because Skyrim likes to crash. And here we go. And this would be the first official dungeon crawl, and for many of us, I imagine this would be terrifying. So you walk in and immediately see people. She can see that. Now she knows the value of sneaking, because her established character is that she grew up in Riften, so she understands, you know, the Thieves Guild and how they work, and was well on her way to being that kind of person, but she got out of it. So she knows sneak, and I'm debating whether or not to make her a pickpocket, but I just don't feel like that's her character anymore. So she'd be horribly out of practice with it. So let's... Yeah, she's not much of a hack, you know, right in your face kind of fighter. She'd be a little bit more cautious. There we go. Actually got some damage. Here we go, more bodies to loot. And there's another 2 gold. You don't really realize how much you pick up until you're actually keeping track of it. So, another 2. So that's 40 gold. This man is now rich. She's also going to be limited on arrows without actually searching anything. So, oh my goodness, 17! Holy crap. Making bank. Now the idea is he would confront her with this at the end of the day and just dump the money right there and say, see, you'd be well on your way to being rich if you would just loot people. They're already dead, it doesn't matter. It is, I am fighting every instinct to just loot and play like normal, and it's like, no, no, this has a purpose. Let's keep it real. And a chest. Now I do imagine it's her doing the lockpicking, but he's the one picking up the lockpicks and handing him over. So we got a blacksmith potion, alright. That's actually not bad. And 57 gold. So this is going to be the stuff that they share. So she's going to be looking at that gold that they pick out of chest and the like. They got 54 from one before and now 57. They'll be splitting that. Fair's fair. But everything that is looted from a body is his and his alone. And that's going to be kind of his point later. See how much I can make? Oh, spiders. I don't like spiders. And see, she's just a baby. She doesn't know what she's doing. Now this would be highly contentious. He would go to loot this, and there's 10 gold. And she would stop him and be like, you need to respect that level of dead. Those are somebody who's buried and everything. Moment her back is turned, he's gonna loot it. So there's another 10. Again, he's gonna make bank on this. So, again, if she's not looking, he's gonna go for it, but both of those are empty. So yes, I'm kind of playing as two characters right now, which one of them would be very interesting for me to actually be playing as, because I never play as someone who's two-handed. Simply because it just feels like it's too high of a risk. Nothing up here. Now I know this dungeon isn't too hard, but this would be terrifying. Coming across dead skeevers, dead bodies, bandits. This would be positively terrifying for any one of us. Like, you go from being a normal Joe, you know, at your day job. Like, my day job, I'm a licensed massage therapist. This would throw me for a loop. So, yeah, that's empty. Nothing really there. Potion she would grab. See, imagine how scary this is. For a real living person, you would not know what's around every corner. You know, you've heard stories about the dead rising. And then you see something like that. Also, I need to remember to level up. Yes, I know how to level up, thank you. Now, I almost always put it into Magicka and then start leveling up Illusion and Conjuration. That is my favorite build. But not this time. She's not a mage. He is, she's not. She would want health and stamina because she's more, you know, I want to be able to run and I want to be able to fight. So this is going to be tough for me, but first one goes to health. And here's where it gets interesting. Things like enchanting I usually like doing because it's nice to be able to add things to your armor. Not this time. Smithing will happen, as will one-handed. So, and then there's sneak, which honestly, why would you put anything into sneak when, you know, you're gonna level that up so quick anyways? I see her sticking more in the green in the thieves area. But at the same time, these are things that will build up over time, naturally. I feel like light armor or one-handed really is the way to go. So, I'm gonna say... No, I'm clicking on one-handed. Let me... Dang you. Let's do it. And when it gets into it, I will be sticking with the bladesman and doing that. Because, yeah, that's more her style. So. Oh, I wonder what the puzzle is. Now, this would be terrifying. You'd be looking at this and being like, oh my god, no. And here we go. So. $32 and a torch. That would be something that she would ask him to pick up because, yeah. So, don't touch the lever. Lever bad. Lever very bad. So, let's take a look around the room. What can we see, children? Well, first off, health potion. Always important. Again, if it's laying out in the open or in a chest, she's okay with it. Those are free to grab, but off a person, not yet. So, gosh, I wonder what the puzzle is. Snake, snake, whale. Gasp. Who would have thought? Now, she'd be thrilled right now because, one, a book. And I am going to try and keep the books that are skills. So here she would ignore this, which is empty. And empty. Lesser soul gem. She'd be curious, but wouldn't know what to do with it. Maybe sell it. And here we go. +9. And more arrows, which she would not loot off of dead bodies again. Having trouble turning with my mouse because I've only got so much space to work with over here. This is a very small confined area. I need a better spot for my mouse. Maybe I'll bring my mouse tracker over here. Ugh, rats. So, have I taken any diseases from that? No, I'm lucky. Still having trouble having to look around because I have to wiggle my mouse quite a bit and reset it. Oh. Yeah, if this was me, I would not want to walk through here. No. No, I would not. I'd look at the cobwebs and would be like, well, I tried. Bye. Your golden claw is lost forever. No, thank you. Yeah, I'd look at that and be like, oh, I'm noping the hell out of here. Just.
Is someone coming? Is that you, Haknir? You, Celine?
A voice. A voice cries out for help. But I have to go through the cobwebs. Oh no. Okay, so there's another 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I gotta count this up, so. He's up to 110 gold. This is ridiculous. Yes, burn that. Ah, okay, running and screaming, running and screaming. There would be definite screaming.
Don't let it get me. Help!
Sorry, dude. There are some things I'm just not willing to deal with.
Don't let it get me. Help!
I see it's...
Don't let it get me. Help! Get it away from me. Get it away.
It says wounded, but it doesn't seem wounded.
Ah, kill it. Kill it.
I like how he's just screaming, and I imagine she's screaming too. Ah! Oh god! So yes, she's not very brave when it comes to spiders, but ask yourself, would you? Would you be brave?
Get it away from me. Get it away.
You'd be terrified too. And there we go, I've been poisoned.
Keep it away from me. Keep it away from me. Ah, kill it. Kill it.
This is a very slow way to do it, but it's probably what we would all do. Get into an area it couldn't get to.
Keep it away from me. Ah, kill it. Kill it.
Of course, that's just a game mechanic right there. It probably could slip through and you'd be forced to fight it on foot. So, you know what? In the interest of fairness.
Get it away from me. Get it away.
Oh shit, where's my flames? Where's my flames? I accidentally deselected my flames. I don't want to get close.
Ah, kill it. Kill it.
But this is highly effective.
Ah, kill it. Kill it. Keep it away from me. Keep it away from me.
Ow!
Away from me. Get it away. Keep it away from me.
Ugh.
Get me down. Get me down. Get me down. Get me down.
Sorry, writing down the frostbite venom because, yeah, she would not go for that. She would not want to go over this. She would be like, no. Okay, so we got some urns. So 5. Again, she would be concerned with this guy, but her companion, not so much. Now, I'm not looting any eggs or anything like that, just...
Help me. Help.
Okay, I'm trying to do it in a way that... Yeah.
You, over here. You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up.
Ah.
Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Does it look like I can move? You have to cut me down first.
Yeah, in my opinion, she would know that this guy is a bad guy. But at the same time, she's only here to get the claw back. She wouldn't care about finishing the dungeon.
It's coming loose. I can feel it. You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
Hey, get back here! But yes, her companion would stop every 2 seconds to just be like, la la la, while she's running off after him and being like, hey, get back here. Ooh, common. And another 2. Man, he is gonna be rich. And this is not money that is gonna count towards her. This is money that I will not be spending. I might buy it, equipment for him, which I fully intend to buy equipment for character that isn't there. Oh no, he ran off. To make it, you know, more realistic. Oh yeah, spooky. Down we go. This would definitely upset her, somebody looting these corpses, so. There we go. Another 16. Oh, that would be a terrifying thing to hear. It's like, is it the guy? Oh no, it's a dead body. It's a dead body that's walking around. YOLO! Oh boy. There we go. Barely survived. Of course, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. I'm pretending like there's an extra person here to help me, and there isn't. But yeah, I could see her easily getting badly hurt while he's just, you know, puttering around. Wow, he is making bank. Just here and there, it does add up. But how many of us would just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just randomly loot this body? Yeah, he's probably gonna have somewhere around 200 gold by the time this is all done. And there's another 6. I know this takes a while, but I just want this to be as accurate as it can make it. An ingot. Well, it's on a dead body, so no. He wouldn't be interested in that, so. And, yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I write down everything so that I can tally it up later. Okay, she's finished yelling at him for leaving her behind. Obvious trap. Very obvious trap. Very obviously killed the last guy. Let's not do that. Now at this point it's like, oh, he's now dead. Okay, well, I guess I have to get this off of him. Finds a journal, finds the claw. Hold on, did I level up again? I did! So gonna go into health. And this time, light armor. Because those are the two things that's going to be interesting to her. That's what she's going to be looking at. Okay, so let's take a look. My fingers are trembling. The golden claw is finally in my hands, and with it the power of the ancient Nordic heroes. That fool Is it Lucan? Yeah, it's Lucan. That fool Lucan Valerius has no idea that his favorite store decoration was actually the key to Bleak Falls Barrow. Now I just need to get to the Hall of Stories and unlock the door. The legend says there is a test that the Nords put in place to keep the unworthy away. But that, when you have the golden claw, the solution is in the palm of your hands. That's not cryptic at all. Also, the way they test you is by putting a bunch of dead bodies in here, and if you freak out and scream and run away, yeah, you're not worthy. See, I'm being detected, but nothing has woken up yet. Oh, that's a restless. I'm resistant to cold. I wouldn't do that. Oh boy. Yep. Nothing else. And there's 18. Oh my goodness, he's made so much money doing this. At this point, even she would have to notice that. Wow, you've made quite a bit there. I keep crouching on accident. Always want to heal, get that restoration going. Okay, so let's see what else they have. Oh man, that bow looks nice. And a steel ingot. Oh my goodness. This is killing me not being able to loot. So, 2, 3, 4. I would take that in a heartbeat and be like, oh my gosh. I can sell that for like 5. And there's another 10. So much money in this one area. Yeah, this is gonna be a ridiculous amount. It's so tough. Oh my goodness, 18. Another 10. And there's 12. Okay, so I think he's past 200 now, so let's see. Yep, there's the 200 marker, so let's see. $275. can't remember if I counted this already or not, but... Oh boy. I'll double check. Oh, and look! Hidden up here, out of the way. An apprentice. And iron boots that she would force him into. There we go. So he's now got his feet and his chest covered. Oh boy. She would definitely be in sneak mode around here. The dead walking. That would freak anybody out. But of course, she's a little bit more eagle-eyed and not willing to take a chance. Except there's something in the way, damn it. And I don't have many arrows. There we go. Use your wits. Although I used my wits to hit that way too soon. Try to retrieve the arrows. I'm gonna save again because I'm notorious for not doing that. Okay. Oh, that would be scary doing that. What? Having to hold an arrow and be like, hold it. Hold it. This would actually be very difficult to do in real life. I would never be that brave. You'd think you could just grab that arrow and pull it out, but no. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And I'm assuming that means it's either embedded too deeply, or it, you know, it breaks off when you try to get to it. Oh dear. And running out of arrows is a true concern for her. And now there's 2 of them. Retreat and set up. Sneak going up quickly. There we go. Like a pro. Kind of. There's a garnet. Second one. And a Oriha. Oh, man. Oh, I wish I could pick these up. Oh my goodness. This is really difficult for me not to loot everything. It'll get easier when she gets to the point where she starts looting these Draugr. when she realizes she's losing out that much. Him pouring out all the gold he has taken from this. I mean, if you started with absolutely nothing but a bottle of wine and you ended a dungeon crawl with around 300 gold that you took from things that normally, you know, other people wouldn't took, and that's not even counting what they're splitting, that would make an impact. Anybody who's trying to save up for anything would look at that and be like, oh, okay, so there might be something to what you're saying. Morally ambiguous, and I'm not sure I'm comfortable with it, but having problems arguing with you. Okay. And of course I don't have boss. But can't back up any further. There we go. Oh, that would hurt. And she's the type, she will stop and heal anytime she gets an injury. She's not willing to risk it. If she has to wait, she will wait. So here's... Now, of course, him being a Daedric Prince, he's got Daedric weaponry, so he doesn't need any of the two-handed weapons laying around. But she would look at that and be like, I wonder if this is sellable. And yoink. It's not her sort of thing, but at this point, she's starting to realize, okay, I need a few things to bring back with me. And it's only stuff that there's not using at the moment and that she can carry. Because at this time, he doesn't have his own knapsack to carry things around, or rucksack, or whatever. Oh, no spiders, no spiders, no spiders, no spiders, no spiders. But mushrooms. This is going to become a bit of a running gag later. She likes mushrooms, and she's like, ooh, I wonder what these are. So she would grab a handful and then see a troll skull and be like, oh, crud. But maybe it'll be worth something. She's thinking, what can I grab that is in the area that I can sell? Will someone pay for a glowing mushroom? Maybe, maybe not. They don't weigh much, and she's curious, so she's going to be the mushroom picker while he's the gold digger. And that will become a running gag later because I have played through series and I'll be like, hold on guys, and I will sit there and pick every mushroom cluster you can possibly find. That's just who I am. Okay. And yeah, she'll look at these scrolls and be like, we can sell these. Oh, iron battle axe. It's pretty heavy. She's already got the steel. Which... not worth it. That's gonna be heavy and not a whole lot for it. So, a cliff edge. Don't see anything. Now let's go back to flames. Now I can see her be like, help me! Lift me up! I'm not tall enough to reach these. Mushroom picker. Look! More mushrooms! Uh-oh. Quick. Quick. Yank. Yank. Stay out of range, stay out of range. Flames are very useful. They're very tactical. And there's 3. Oh my goodness, are we up to 300 yet? Let's see. We are up to 315. Holy crap. 350. Yeah, if after a thing, somebody were to do that to me and be like, oh, you want to be all high and mighty and not loot the dead? Well, here's what I got. I'd be like, oh. Well, okay then, you've made an excellent point. And there's another 3. See, I want Merida to want something of her own. She's been on the run for a while, so she would love to have a home of her own. So, here's 8. Sorry, math is not my thing, and I'm trying to make sure I'm being as accurate as possible, so yeah. I'm doing the 5 ticks thing is how I'm counting this. But yeah, I imagine that at some point in her life, she had gone to Whiterun and saw Breeze Home sitting there abandoned and just got filled with dreams of, oh, this is such a beautiful city. Oh, I'd love to live here. This is my dream house. So she would really want to earn money to buy a house, preferably that house. But, you know, she wants to do it through, you know, hard work and, you know, doing it with honor. And basically Sanguine's going to be like, or you could start looting. Because, yeah, that's a thing. I should have marked how much of this came from looted stuff, because she would be the one luck picking, because being in Riften, Thieves Guild, yada yada yada. So, let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's right. Arrows in a chest are fine. I gotta remind myself of my own rules sometimes. Excuse me. Come on. Sometimes the cursor is really weird on these. It's like you have to hunt around for it. Also, they kind of remind me of Hannah, which makes me happy because I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. I forgot how big of a dungeon this is. For the very first dungeon, this is baby's first dungeon. It takes a while, and yes, I'm save spamming. That's a restless. That's a restless. Retreat. Go back someplace safe. That is a restless. Let him calm down. Or come to you. Come down this narrow hallway. Yep, he's lost interest. Retreating is a perfectly valid tactic. Except, where is he? And see, sneak is going up too. And I leveled! So yes, this would be a normal tactic. Just run after doing a light hit until he loses interest. Let's go ahead and level up. Let's see. Let's... She's not using power attacks much or running. So, let's keep going for health. Okay, now... I can't put anything else... Oh, I can! Is there anything else I would want to put this into? What is... This is tough because, yeah, she's starting out and there's not going to be anything put into magic yet. Unless it's like restoration or something. I can see her putting it into restoration to try and save someone. But in this dungeon, when I'm writing the fic, something will come up because how do you heal a Daedra? And that's the big thing, is that, technically speaking, Sanguine is not human. So heal other and healing hands would not work on him. So how does he heal? Well, that's something I would have to address during the human part, where the bandits are. And maybe he does it when she's not looking, but I have a theory that Daedra would heal by eating human hearts. Which would horribly disturb her. Let's see. Could go for archery. Actually, that's a good idea, because she's very much... she's trying to take things out from a distance and only fighting up close when she has to. So this seems like a good idea. Normally, I actually don't do bow and arrow. I don't like them. Everybody I know who plays Skyrim is like, oh, you'll play a stealth archer, you'll play a stealth archer. I'm almost always sword in one hand and illusion or conjuration in the other. I like being able to summon things to fight for me. I like making things fight each other. Illusion is the best damn school. I love the invisibility spell because that makes sneaking so much easier. But, yeah. I don't think I'll be getting the illusion school up yet. I do have a theory of how she's going to end up at the College of Winterhold, because I have a feeling he would be more of a two-handed mage. It's like sometimes he has the magic, sometimes he's got the two-handed sword. Whichever one works for him in the moment. That's going to be later on, so... Since I leveled up, let's go ahead and save. I'm trying to get in the habit of saving more often because I have had game crashes. I have had so many things to screw me up, and it's like, no, I kind of want to... I don't want that to happen here. And there we go. A little bit more damage. She's able to pull back a little bit more. But yes, she's still using the same tactic. And this time she's figured out, oh, he can't find me back here. So just wait. I imagine at this point Seg would be like, oh my flippin' lord, let's go in. No, don't! So, YOLO charge! And again, I don't actually have a companion to help me out here, which sucks, but at the same time, if you've got a bit of distance and you've already damaged them, Restless by themselves should be okay. So yes, I'm trying to think, not just her being cautious and, you know, tiptoeing through the tulips, there's also going to be a little bit of him going completely apeshit insane and being like, oh my god, I'm done with this. And there's 14. Yeah, so they're going to have some to split. It'll be interesting to see how much she gets out of the chest. Because right now, I haven't calculated that yet. Oh man, this is so big. It's such a big dungeon. Immediate crouch. Are we in danger? Toss a healing spell in there just in case. It's an interesting way to play Skyrim, I will say that. And it'll be even more fun as I'm writing this up. I imagine this will be an entire chapter by itself, doing this Bleak Falls. Although there's a lot of parts that'll get cut out, like all this, you know, crouching and sneaking. It's not necessary to put that in at... Oh, man. God, this is gonna suck. I can never do this because I can never tell. Okay, so the line... Yeah. Yeah, this is how an actual human would do this. Try to avoid. Okay. Made it. Oh shit. him over here. They move quick for dead people. There we go. So yeah, I imagine her destruction will go far higher than I've ever done any other character. Because I usually don't use flames this much. There we go. And yeah, I'm turning down all these, you know, better weaponry and stuff like that simply because they are on dead bodies. If she finds something in the chest, she's willing to use it, but not on the bodies. Shh. Do you hear that? I hear footsteps. Where are they? I can't see them. I do see a potion of resist cold, which is pretty useless for my character because, yeah, she's a Nord. They're pretty impervious to cold. Oh, there's somebody up there. Headshot. Now stay hidden. And at this point, Sanguine would probably be like, nope, we're going in. Because, yeah, he would lose patience so fast. She'd be forced to run in and be like, stop it! Yeah, I usually don't play a run and gun. I am... What you saw with me shooting, back off, wait, then coming back, shooting, back off, wait. This would be an interesting one. A potion of resist magic. Would that be worth picking up? No, this is not the sort of thing he would pick up, and she's not looting bodies at this point, so that gets left behind. I never use those potions anyways. I don't know why. I always have to carry them all. I have a huge collection of potions that I hoard, and then I stop playing the game and I start a new game. Over and over and over again. Till the end of time. Nothing here. Now, I imagine by now she's yelled at him. I'm tired of, you know, bailing you out. You need to stay close and not be an idiot. So they get in here and, ooh, creepy. Huh. The power is in your hand. I wonder what that means. Pull out Golden Claw and look at it. Bear Moth Owl. It's almost always 2 spins. It's whatever's the furthest away. Yep, each one of them had to be spun twice. Hooray! We did it! Jump for joy. I heard something. Now I am gonna save here because this guy will probably kick my ass, because if you see this, you're like, oh, where's the enemies? Where's the enemies? I don't know that they're gonna pop out. I mean, video game logic tells you that they are, but at the same time... Huh. I hear something. I wonder what that is. It's coming from over here. No. Because think about it. If you didn't know, this character has no clue that they are the Dragonborn. This is all new to them. Come up here. What's going on? Hello? Ah, nothing here. Petty Soul Jam. Poison. Treasure! Do you hear that noise? It's really annoying and loud. A silver necklace. And a hunting bow. She'll use that. And hide boots. And a staff of zombies. Okay. Does anybody else see that? Anybody? This is really odd. I'm gonna save here again because I am just gonna keep spamming that. Because let's face it, if we saw something like this, we'd approach cautiously. What's going on? We wouldn't be paying attention to what's going on behind us. Force? What is that? What just happened? Oh no! Oh no! A Draugr Overlord. That is scary. This would definitely be very scary. And I'm gonna do something I never do. Where's those potions? He's not gonna come down here. Actually, I've lost him. Where is he? And now my character is backed into a corner. This would be legitimately terrifying. Ow! And now he's dead. That's a lot of gold. Now, of course, this would garner attention. What the heck is a Dragonstone? And I have a feeling she being hit with this would be intrigued. So, I would say that weaponry is a little bit more lootable. She wouldn't have shown interest in anything else because, but, this one made me feel cold when it hit me. She would take it out of interest. It's a champion's, you know, I won, I'm gonna take it. That's perfectly reasonable. Now, I've always wondered if you ran fast enough, could you get out of here before he could chase you? Because that would be legitimately funny. But, I decided not to. Because, yeah, that'd be funny if you could just, like, flee and not fight him. And then they're like, you need to get to Dragonstone. What's a Dragonstone? Oh, you know, it's this thing that the Overlords get. Oh, shit. Also, she took a few knocks. I know in-game healing. But yeah, she would pause and want to want to take a moment to be like, I just want to heal. Hey, where are we? Treasure! And 70 gold. And a bunch of mountain flowers. So there you go. The two of them supposedly survive getting through that dungeon together. And he's got a whole heck of a lot of gold for his effort. So that was 300, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 376 gold. And now it's also nighttime. I mean, they've been doing this all day. They started this in the morning, early in the morning, and they only just now finished. I would be exhausted and be like, let's go back to Girder. But I'm gonna not. Hold on. How do you get out of here? Oh, that's right. This dumps you in the middle of nowhere, doesn't it? Yes, I know how the world map looks. Look at that. She has to walk all the way back. Excuse me. So, yeah. That's gonna be a long hike. Oh. Skirmisher's potion. And everything's gonna be closed, and she's tired. And there's Crendum. Some good stuff around here. And yes, I could cross the river and just take the same route, but how many of us are going to want to go for a swim at 11 p.m., even if it is August? Then again, I also like to think that she's somebody who would want to get clean. So, she gets in the water. Oh, slaughterfish. She goes to clean off, immediate slaughterfish. If only they were good eating. So yes, I want to try and track back. I mean, it's important to, you know, go through these steps and be like, oh, this would be such a pain to do in real life. To show that, yeah, she's got, it's not just, you know, fast travel away and make it easy. No, she has to actually walk back to the end. Now later on, I can skip these parts of the story and then start fast traveling again. Yeah, she'd be tired, but don't waste it. She's to the point of, let's not waste it. Oh, a hunter. Oh, hello. Yeah, see all that blood on her sword? She'd be the first one to say, I just want to take a swim. I just want to go home. Maybe this nice person will let me sleep in their bed. Hello? Oh, hi.
I'm just a poor old woman, dear. No need to trouble yourself with me.
Oh, okay. I won't bother you. Can I sleep in your bed? No? Okay, yeah. I know that there's a book over there, but I'm not touching it because, yeah, technically speaking, you wouldn't go in somebody else's house without an invite. And it's like, okay. She's a nice person. She waits until she's invited in. Preemptive attack. Pit wolf. Don't know what a pit wolf is? Yeah, she's tired. She wants to go to bed, and now all these damn wolves won't leave her alone. Yeah, so that's the tower where she was at, so she knows where she is. But A long trek. Oh, there's Riverwood. Oh. And she's covered in blood. Even though she kind of tried to splash off, she's been fighting a little bit. So it's like, let me wash up before I go in. This should be far enough from the slaughterfish. Ooh, eggs. Those are edible. So yeah, she would duck down and clean. Oh, I hope that invite to Gerder's place is still open. It's like, oh, and I promised to take the message up to Whiterun, but oh my goodness, so tired. Hey, these stump. So yeah, she'd be like, Gerder, can I please stay with you again? Now, is this going to be trespassing?
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. I'm going to rest up here a while before heading to Windhelm. Be careful.
Now, am I allowed to sleep? Yes, and it's next to her, which is very odd. But he sleeps over there. Okay. You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. It is 1:30 in the morning. Yeah. I have a feeling she would just drop and sleep. People are like, why were you wet and, you know, have smeared blood on you? Oh. Oh my goodness, what a day. Hi, Gerder. I'm sorry. Hey.
I hope to see you in Windhelm. Good luck.
I feel like I should ask these questions. I've never done it.
Seriously? You don't know? That was Ulfric's Stormcloak himself.
I don't pay much attention to current events.
Oh, right. They said you were captured crossing the border. Still, I'm surprised you haven't heard of Ulfric. He's our leader. The leader of the Stormcloaks. I was assigned to Ulfric's guard. We were on our way to Darkwater Crossing in the south of Eastmarch. The Imperials were waiting for us. As pretty an ambush as I ever saw. We were outnumbered 5 to 1 at least. Ulfric ordered us to stop fighting. Didn't want us all to die for nothing, I guess. I thought they were taking us south to Cyrodiil. Parade us in front of the Emperor. But then, we stopped in Helgen. And you know the rest.
I see, I've never asked him these questions. I've always just, you know, abandoned him and never, you know, used Gerder. So, yeah. These are completely legitimate questions I think a character would ask.
What? Oh, hardly. I don't
Sorry
think
for the
even
coffee.
Ulfric could pull a dragon out of his pocket. Lucky for us it attacked when it did, eh? I wasn't looking forward to getting a shave from the Imperial headsman.
Yeah, here we go. If she hasn't been around here in a long time, like I imagine she's been around Riften, you know, Eastmarch. She knows where Darkwater Crossing is, of course, because that's where she was captured. But would she necessarily remember how to get back to Right One? Because if she had been there when she was a kid, maybe, you know, she would remember the city, but not necessarily how to get there from here. So, important
Just
info.
head north. Can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold. Jarl Balgruuf still hasn't declared for one side or the other. So at least you won't run into any Imperials along the way. Damn right. Just like all true sons of Skyrim should. You should come to Windhelm with me and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric. Well, maybe not. Dragons haven't been seen in Skyrim for an age or more. But wherever that dragon came from, and whatever it wants, Ulfric will get to the bottom of it. You can count on that. Besides, you have your own score to settle with the Empire now. And with that dragon.
Actually, the dragon, yeah. The dragon saved us. I want to find him and thank him. That would be my mentality. If he saved me from the headsman block, granted he destroyed the entire town, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, I would imagine my character is leaning towards Stormcloak sympathy, but her attitude is more like, I kind of wanted to stay out of the Civil War. I don't want any part of it. I'm just having trouble making money.
Yeah, sure, I understand. No need to decide now. But I know that after you think about what you saw today, you'll realize that Skyrim deserves to be free.
There we go. Alrighty, a new morning. And it is a gorgeous day. But it's time to turn this back in.
Show those thieves not to steal from Luke and Valerius. You found it. There it is. Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Now look at how big that dang thing is.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
Let us sell you.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be.
Now to sell stuff.
Take a look.
Yes, I get it. I wish I could turn off the tutorials. I'm not sure. I think I had to do that from the opening screen. But, yeah. Okay, so let's see. This would have 0 interest, but I am going to calculate this. Because this is also going to help go towards being split. They are splitting these things, so. Staff of Zombies. Steel Battle Axe. Ancient Nord, Great Sword of Cold. The Iron War Axe she's had. She ain't gonna use. And now that she has a hunting bow. So. This is gonna be a lot of money. Gets nothing for those. And he's wearing that. Get nothing for those. 20 for the silver necklace. Yeah, she'll put on the hide boots, so. Oh, they're exactly the same. Oh. Well, do these look more comfortable? I imagine she'd keep the fur then, because, yeah. Well, the fur weighs more, so. Okay, so yeah, she would sell the fur boots, so that'll be +2. It just takes them off and is like, here you go. And since he's wearing those can't be sold. I imagine she might keep these just for. Excuse me. But not this. She does not need that, so. And look at that. Their total combined gold is over 1,500 already. 2 fireball scrolls, so. She's still carrying around all this stuff. Could she sell the journal? Do you want this journal? I'll give you 2 gold for it. Sold. Okay, now these are his, so. So. soul gems, a silver ingot, and then so yeah, selling all the excess junk has netted them a pretty penny. How would they sell the soul gems? She wouldn't know what these things do. She'd be new at this. But I imagine he would encourage her to hold on to them for now. It's like, those will be valuable later. Hold on to them. And I think that's everything. So let's see what he has. The foot, perhaps I sold them for a bit. No. Yeah, that one guy had the scaled armor. And so beggars can't be choosers. Remember, she's not just doing this because she wants because she, you know, wants better armor ratings. She wants a disguise. She doesn't want to be in the cuirass. So I imagine she would totally trade for hide armor, because it is light armor while this is heavy. And she wouldn't want that. Or she could go for just plain robes, but that's not armor. No, she would probably want more armor. Alrighty, so buying that and selling him the I apologize for the coughing. It's very dry in this house. Okay, so there would be that. She's currently standing naked in front of him. But I imagine he would let her change, you know, elsewhere. And then you get across. He sells it back to you for 15 after buying it for 2. Such a ripoff. Clairvoyance, completely useless. Frostbite, interesting. Fury, always fun. But none of these would really appeal to her. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything that would interest her right now. So she would be like, oh my god, let me get dressed real quick.
Done.
It's a fine day with you around.
So here she is now, looking far more wild. But
you're not from around here. That makes 2 of us.
but she is safe. Now, I know I could technically take the gold and loot, but that's not her. And she would pretty much drag Sanguine out and be like, okay, we promised that we were going to take this message to the Jarl, and that's exactly what we're going to do. She has delayed enough. Journal. So right now, yeah, that's the only quest. So it is now, yeah, about noon. Now, I'd like to imagine that even at a dead run, it would take about half a day to get there. Because, yeah, that's kind of a distance. Oh, also don't forget. Favorite that. Before I forget. Yeah, even though this armor is technically worse, she would want it just so she could wander around and not have to worry. Oh, mushrooms. Ooh, mushrooms. And while there's fresh meat around, she would not be interested in hunting. Not unless, you know, she absolutely needed it. But, oh, I have food. Now, I'm going to get ready with the hunting bow. Because I almost always, and I'm going to do this. Every time I come around here, you know, I always stick to the road like a person would. And there's a new wolf pelt itself. Now, what I was going to say is that I almost always miss the little event with the giant. Because technically it'll start, I think it actually triggers right around here. But if you stick to the roads, yeah. Oh, look. It's Whiterun. Oh, it's so pretty. So maybe with her eagle eye, she sees that there's something going on. Yeah, eagle-eyed.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield system. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Now, I imagine this would appeal to her because it's like, yeah, they're mercenaries for hire, but, you know, she mentioned, you know, brothers and sisters fighting with honor, get my arrow back. That's the sort of thing that would appeal to her, and it's like, wow, maybe after I'm, you know, done with the Jarl, I can join these people. That sounds nice. I mean, after all, they beat up...
A lot on the wind today.
They beat up a giant. And there's Farkas. And the other lady that nobody ever talks to. But yeah, the only reason I cut down across all that field, even though she would probably stick to the road, is because if you stick to the road, you do miss that event, and I'd like to think that, yeah, she'd help out. She would help out. That's her style. Meanwhile, Sanguine's just back there drinking some wine and being like, whatever. And she'd be thrilled to see this. Is a gorgeous day. Whiterun, she's been there before, and it was so beautiful. Such good memories. It's a paved road. Hello, citizen. And then she comes around and... Yep, cutscene.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I had business with the Jarl.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
And that's automatic speech increase. You're guaranteed to pass that every single time. I've never seen it fail. Now, I don't have open cities, so all the cities are going to be closed off, but honestly, that might help because I think open cities breaks so many quests. Even though I love it. I love open cities because, you know, it just that feel of the whole world is open. But, there we go.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Yeah, she's looking around and...
Greymane or Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got two clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn?
I am not picking sides. Now, I know if you say that you're friendly with him, that gets you access to his house, but I think, honestly, with her attitude, she would be like,
Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side. Long live the Empire.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Yeah. And here it is. She'd be breathtaking. Oh, one day, my love. Oh, isn't it beautiful? And Sanguine would be like, not really. That's kind of pathetic looking. But yeah, she would be in love with this place and want to live here. It's like, oh, to live in a big city. And then she looks at her coffers and, well, it's not exactly what you'd think. But she's on a mission.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
All these people talking. Oh, how lovely it would be.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your
Brigands
wife.
I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, I say.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables.
And I missed that entire
Fun
conversation
most
because all these people are
hard
talking
work.
to me.
Wait,
That's so unrealistic.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
I alone have been anointed by the Knight to spread his holy word. Talos the mighty, Talos the unerring, Talos the unassailable.
We're gonna pretend that she walked rather than jumped. But yeah, she'd be overwhelmed with how beautiful it all is. Trying to listen to everybody and yeah. I had a mod on my other playthrough that I liked, where you still hear the ambient, conversations they all have with each other, but nobody stops and talks to you unless you click on them, which is so nice because so many people will interrupt you. All right, let's turn this in, and I think that'll be enough for one playthrough. Oh, please don't crash. Actually, because the loading, yeah, the loading.
Most trouble in Whiterun, and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
You have to listen. My lord.
You can't outrun her and get around.
This is no time for rash action.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Yeah, I'm trying to behave myself, act like an actual person would. But yeah, it's fun to run around and avoid her and get to the Earl directly.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
What does this have to do with dragons? Seems like a very valid question.
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Oh, you mean this?
Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me.
I like that that's an option.
That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Wait for me. Farengar. Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, Dragons. It no matter to me what I kill. Let them come.
From the western watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son.
What are you doing?
We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No. I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taking the fight to the Stormcloaks.
Stop teleporting. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the dragon part over with, because that'll be a good ending spot. Also, I like to think that Merida, she doesn't want to fight these dragons. She was mesmerized by Alduin and saw the beauty even as she saw the destruction, so she'd be conflicted about this. And actually, the item that he gave me is a helmet. How did I get studded Imperial armor? It must have been given to me by somebody. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. Also, she'd be really hungry, so... What do I have? Not much. So, bit of bread. That'll get you through. Yeah, because it's already 4:30 in the afternoon. She'd be really hungry. She hadn't eaten since, you know, at the bridge where she had her 2 apples.
Rise up, Stormcloaks! Embrace the word of mighty Talos! He who is both man and divine!
The gods in Dragonreach say you've aided the Yard. On behalf of Whiterun, thank you.
Come to chat with an old woman?
So, yeah, being told she can purchase property would be thrilling to her. But of course, you know, Breeze Home cost money. So we'll see how much she has after this little event.
Here's the situation. A dragon is attacking the Western Watchtower.
A dragon?
Now we're in for it.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables.
Dragons. I don't
It's
much
fun
care
most
where
days,
it came
but hard
from or
work.
who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Housecarl, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle. But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
No, Housecarl.
But it's more than our honor at stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. The glory of killing it is ours, if you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah!
Damn right!
Let's move out.
Yeah, this is all happening really fast. It's like, I just came to deliver a message and I already had the stone and. Poor Merida would just have her head spinning like, I don't know what I'm doing. Haven't leveled up yet. But for once I'm gonna try and stay with Irilith. Because that just feels like realistic. I mean, I don't mind running ahead, because apparently everybody runs and walks at different speeds in this damn game, which is really annoying. It's like everybody should run at the same speed, everybody should walk at the same speed. Even though I know people don't do that in real life, from a gameplay standpoint, doing this is really irritating. Although it is neat to see the stuff come in as you walk forward, all the plants getting loaded in. Now, I know that if you don't turn in the Dragonstone, dragons don't appear on the map, and that can be very, very handy. But from a realistic standpoint, you have no way of knowing that. So Merida would just hand it over, and now dragons are going to be unleashed in the world at an early level. My other playthrough, I actually did not turn it in until I was like level 40. Okay. Actually, hunting bow. Feels like it's about right. Wait for your lift to catch up. Where are you going? Seriously. Ah, this is where Skyrim fails. Why here?
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're stealing.
I do like how you can see barrows and castles and everything off in the distance. It's such a nice touch. Hello, is somebody alive in there? Oh. Yes?
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Tor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Godwin, what happened here? Where's this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes! Find cover, and make every arrow count!
Now here's where my character would feel very conflicted. She is not... This is not what she signed up for.
You'll die this day, dragon.
Keep firing!
Where is it? See? Just made it. Okay, that would be enough to convince me not to stand there. It's like, screw this, I didn't sign up for it. I did not sign up for this. I am not somebody who lives here. This is not my job. Just because I survived Helgen does not mean I want to do this.
Come on.
Just getting close. What do you mean, where is he? He's right there. Any of my arrows even hitting? No, they're not. He's not close. I would feel very conflicted about this. It's like, oh, poor dragon. I'd get back. I would get very back. me, guys. I would be very confused right about now. It's like, what just happened? It's just like that word thing. Aerolith? Anybody?
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn.
I would definitely be confused.
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
And there we go. What is...
My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
You say you're left being awfully quiet. Come on here then. Tell us, do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a Norm.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
Oof. That's a good opener right there. Oh, yeah. And 152 gold.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back to Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
Yeah, I want to know what happened too. But there we go. It's been a very eventful couple of days for this poor girl, which is going to be so much fun to write. I'm going to love writing all of what went on inside the Barrow and this whole fight. And this as the moon rises and you can actually see it moving because time is sped up. I think that is a good place to end. But even as I quit, well, let's get out of this and hopefully all goes well. I want to calculate this. Because even though he, you know, they haven't rented a room yet, that'll happen, you know, after they report and are like, hi, dragon, that happened. Let's do some quick math here. Let's do the math. So, 376 gold pieces are his and his alone. Because he's the one who looted them. But the rest of it is gonna get split equally. So, from all those chests, let's see. Let's start doing the calculations. And And there was quite a bit. Now, I'll have to get... oh, here it is. I already wrote it down. Here's the stuff that was just sold. So, you got 148. So, of all the stuff that they looted and the stuff they sold, that's 735 plus the 152 that they just got off the dragon. So, split between them, in these past, what is that, 48 hours, they have accumulated 887 just between them. So, divide that by 2. This girl, after 2 days, I'm going to write this down, 443.5. Now, with all the work they've doing, that is pretty damn decent. I mean, when you think about it, inns cost 10 gold per night. So you can consider, like, you know, most hotel rooms, if we were to round them up, are around an average of $100 a night. So, if you were to take that kind of conversion, you know, this is the equivalent of her making, you know, quite a bit of money in a short amount of time. Now, is it enough to buy Breeze home, though? Absolutely not. That's 5,000 gold there, plus all the thousands to collect it. But she's already a part of the way there. She could see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is what she's wanted. But then we have Sanguine, who not only has the 443, but also the 376. He has almost double the money she does in just 2 days. This would be an argument for her. She could say, well, slow and steady, you know, I won't make as much as you, but it's all done honorably. But he's going to be able to point out, yeah, but I got quite a bit of that just off of, you know, dead bodies that we're going to spend it anyways. Looters are going to go after it. That'll chip away at her defenses a little bit, I think. It's not enough that at the next dungeon that she'll be willing to loot, and she definitely would not loot urns and the like. She might be convinced to go after Draugr and maybe dead bodies, but not urns. I think that's where she would draw the line. But I think just that little bit of greed in her that wants to have that house is how he's going to get his hooks in her. Because, yeah, that's the thing, is that she considers herself virtuous. And, you know, oh, I'm, you know, a good, honorable person. I would never do anything horrible. And then he's like, yeah, but you kind of want things, and that's all it takes for me. So, yes, I'm going to have a lot of fun writing this. And hopefully I'll have it done here in a couple of days. It's probably going to be more than 1 chapter's worth. I think that's a good 2, maybe 3 chapters worth right there. But still, that was a lot of fun for me. Oh, I can't wait. I can hardly wait. So, I'll see you next time.